You guys ready to go? We ready to talk about this? We ready to be careful with our energy? I'm just gonna play the intro for a real quick second. We are gonna talk about today's full moon. If you all have felt like you are all on tilt, I have too. If you felt like they trying it, they really are trying it. I have been feeling like that too. So let's talk about why we feel like that. And we're going to get into it. Here we go. everybody. How you guys doing? This is Lisa, Heart of Inspiration. And here at this channel, we help you lead a whole and healed, peaceful, and prosperous life that is indeed spirit filled. So, here, I got one more thing I have to look up, and because I want to bring this other information to you guys. I'm so sorry. Welcome. As I said in that little brief introduction, let me tell you something. I don't know if y'all have been feeling it, but I've been feeling it today. People have tried it with me, y'all. Have anybody? Okay, I know you converting. Okay. I don't know if anybody has felt the same darn way, but people have just been trying me today. You know, just coming out to woodwork with some stuff. Like I say, good morning. I just said good morning. That's all I said. Grand rising. How you doing? How your family doing? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not. Child, I don't has any. Do y'all remember the Cat Williams stand-up comedy special, Pimp Chronicles? It might have been Pimp Chronicles too. But he is. Is he in the ATL? Yeah, he's in the ATL, and he's. I believe it's a green velour suit the man has on. It's a very bright background. Anyway, so he talks about his conversations, like he met up with DMX. Rest in power. He met up with DMX and for breakfast, and he was like, DMX was, angry at breakfast. Right? And he's like, man, you beefing over breakfast. Like, you gang banging over breakfast. So I have felt like that all day. Like, why is people coming for my neck? So I don't know if y'all been going through that same thing, honey, but I've been going through. So we're going to say hello to people because, you my peeps. You're my peeps. Hello, Rhythm Oliver. Hello, Esmeralda. Hello, Desiree. Hello, Natasha. Hello, Miss Anna. Hello, Miss Malika. You guys, please, anybody that has a channel, please let me know. But Miss Malika does have her channel name is The Aligned Life with Malika. Please go to her YouTube channel and subscribe. Hello, Warrior Girl. Hello. Hey, Miss Asia Love Tarot. Hello, hello, hello. Asia Love, if you have a channel name, please, if you have a YouTube channel, please let me know. Anna, you been sick? Even walls are bothering me. Good Lord Jesus, help us all. Hey, Queen. So I'm not going to keep y'all long because I'm a little late to the party here. Oh, now who's texting me? Okay. I don't know why there wasn't another one available. Okay. My bad, guys. Okay. Hey, Erica, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? All right. And y'all got vertigo? Oh no, child. I don't know. I ain't got nothing for the vertigos. Not for the Virgos, for the vertigos. All right, guys, let's talk about this dang on moon. And I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna look at the chart. But there is hang on one second. I am looking this up. Where is it? Because this moon is conjunct a very specific fixed star, and I'm looking. There it is. No. Yeah, I believe that's it. This one. So I'm going to show this to you. Let's go into the chart. Let's go into some things, honey. We're going to get into some things as my wonderful, wonderful friend Armand Wiggins says. So let me close out a couple of things that I've got open here. Come on, will you open up, please? My God, today. Um, is that it here? Nope. You know how sometimes you can have some things open, guys, and all of a sudden it just doesn't want to do what you want it to do. So, okay, Mercury retrograde, we want to blame it on the retrograde. Let's blame it on the retrograde because it's here and it's playing in my face. I don't have time. Stop playing in my face. I'm over it. Cheese and rice. Like, just do what I'm asking you to do, technology. Stop playing in my face. Yes, I'm a little aggressive today. Okay. We're going to close this down. I got to close a couple things down so I don't end up screwing everything up. And then we're going to go back here. Okay, guys, thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing this video. We're going to try to come back on here a little bit later once I've calmed the F down and do some meditation. But I got to take care of my anger management issues first, child. I mean, good Lord, help us all today. Let's look at the chart. And then I'm going to share some other information with you. Now, if we're going to look at the chart here, remember when I show you these charts, is this right? Yep, this is exactly right. When I show you these charts, this is if you were born today at the height of the full moon, which I feel like is just past maybe. But today, if you're born today, this is what your chart would look like. There's a lot going on here that's going to give us a little extra BS just to deal with on a day like today, and why you and other people may perhaps be finding yourself in your feels. I'm going to go to that, and then of course we're going to go to all these red circles are reasons why we're in our feels. Let's go with the first things first. The sun conjunct Pluto. It kind of came in yesterday, passed by it, but it's moving away, so it's not applying, right? It's going away, so it's lessening its effect, but we're still feeling it. This is that illumination to all of the personal transformations that you need to make, that you've heretofore perhaps either not made or you've been making them, but you really haven't taken a whole lot of great strides towards them. Or I have to get my water in and I'm not getting it in. Or it's saying, listen, foundationally, because this isn't Capricorn. In other words, foundational points of view, perspectives, foundational ways that you work with others, foundational ways that you have your life set up, right? Foundationally, okay? Your moral structure, if you will, your spiritual structure, what governs and what's restricting you, and what have you continue to allow to restrict you, and do you need to change what your boundaries are? Do you need to move them either out or back? Do you need to dissolve them some way? What do you need to do here? Right? That is of your highest good. And I say that it's personal because Pluto is the planet of personal transformation. However, Capricorn is all those other things that govern us. And it is structure and restriction. So that can be government, religious or other restrictions we've placed on ourselves, or just general kind of social mores. So, the general cultural ways that we should act and interact and react. It's interesting that today this is occurring on the day that we here in the United States have designated MLK Day, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And the sun has been approaching, right? This has all been an approaching situation, for a couple of days now. So on his birthday on the 15th, that would have been 2 days ago, it would have been the sun coming up to this, right? Drastic change. This can also, or drastic kind of, I feel like it's a pretty important conjunction, pretty important transit. And also then we have this like application as it's coming up, and there's also an economic like structure to this as well. There's like personal economics. What contracts have you been entering into? How are you leveraging your interaction or your relationships with others? How are you leveraging the relationships with money or real estate, or other things? How are you leveraging this, right? How are you leveraging your gifts and talents to then create a business structure for yourself, or a better economic structure in whatever way? And it's very, very personal. And because we've been approaching this like moon conjunction or moon opposition as well, we've been in our feels about it. Because it's, for some of us, we've made such huge changes in our lives over the last year to 2 years. But perhaps socially, you're now finding yourself in a position where you're in opposition of what appears to be the grand plan norm. Like what everybody else is saying is like right and normal. And all of a sudden you find yourself going, why is there this problem? And why am I not feeling free in my own skin and with my own thoughts and ideas, beliefs and opinions and perspectives? Why have I now lost autonomy? And, and why am I being still placed within these boundaries that society, the matrix, if you will, has set up for me? And Dr. King challenged all of that. And I think that, we often, this is a side note, but I do believe it applies. It is very often that the quote is made from his "I Have a Dream" speech about he hoped for the day that his children or his children's children would not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the character of their being. I'm paraphrasing horribly. And even yet today, that doesn't exist. And what's interesting is even yet today, a lot of us are choosing to judge ourselves and each other not by our character, but by our color. So that's not going to be a very popular opinion of mine, and I don't give a crap. So, at any rate, there's that. Hello, Anjanette and Cynthia. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Jen. So I'm going to challenge you that if that's what you're doing to yourself, or you're allowing other people to do that as well, or you're doing it to others, right? I'm going to challenge you to challenge yourself to not do it. You know what I'm going to start doing is that I really don't want to do this, but I might have to start this where you can't comment in the chat unless you've been unless you're subscribed, for God's sake. Where is this at? Remove, hide user. All right, good. All right, sorry guys, I had to do that. Bot. bought. Color, size, wealth, right? Medical status or not. All of those things. So, again, I find it interesting that on this day today we have that. And when it's in opposition, anytime we have a moon in Cancer, especially a full moon in Cancer, you're going to find that people, you're very, very concerned or focused on home life and what you like, your immediacy, right? What is this immediate home or in your immediate circle? How is it being affected? Um, so you're really you're thinking about that a lot, and you're considering that a ton. And that's being illuminated, like, and from a perspective of, if you're born today, that's 12th house energy. So this is going to be running very deep. From the perspective of you being born today, your sun, you'd be a 6th house Capricornian sun and a 12th house Cancerian moon. Let me tell you, that's some deep stuff, right? Because you are really looking into the depths of how did you get here? Why? How can you release yourself from the ties that bind? How can you make sure that you're in in healthy relationships without toxicity? That the health of not only your physical but your emotional and mental being and spiritual being are all in order. And we have a moon that's also conjunct a fixed star, and I'm going to share this with you. I'm getting this information from Astrology King. I want to just share this with you. Hopefully you guys can see this. The moon is conjunct fixed star Acellus Australis. Interesting with what's going on in Australia. Fixed star Acellus Australis is an orange giant star located on the shell of the crab or the Cancerian constellation. It is Latin for the southern donkey colt, so small donkey. Can't make this stuff up. The fixed star Acellus Australis, and maybe I'll try to boast of this, has been called the mare, AWS, a resting place, and the ending or stop. The ocelli are of the nature of Mars and the sun. Heroic, courageous, defiant, intrepid leader, warlike, danger to the eyes, violent, passing. Together they give care and responsibility with a charitable and fostering nature, but danger of violent demise, serious accidents, and burns. The tail ends, Acellus Australis and Acellus Borealis, portend violent demise to such as come under its influence. When they get dim in the sky, it is the indication for rain. Interestingly, these north and south ocelli flank the stellar cluster Manger, Manger, Manger. This might be the origin of nativity pictures of the birth of Christ, of the donkey always being behind the manger. So it is manger. Both these fixed stars correspond to the effects of Sun and Mars. They are therefore a positive influence if in conjunction ascendant, midheaven, or the body is the same character, especially if conjunct with Sun and Mars. These people have an aggressive nature and will not take insults easily. They may, by their own lack of caution or by being daredevils, put their life in danger and will not hesitate to use brutal or violent means. The strong Mars fluence emanating from the ocelli must not necessarily be thought of as a destructive element. If a person is able to sublimate the Mars energy, then extraordinary output of achievement is possible. Why am I bringing this up? Now, I had not seen that manger thing. Y'all, at some point, we're going to have to talk about all of this energetic symbolism in those consciousnesses and the holy text that we have been given, and that we can actually decode it properly. But that is a whole nother video for a whole nother day. Now, today, though, the conversation is we've got this like, wow, energy happening today. I'm going to go back here and we're going to share the other chart. We all got all that crazy pants energy that we're experiencing today because our fields are now conjunct with, let's just say, it could be the south end, depending upon your perspective of of the donkey colt, not colt. And so we're just like, I'm not having it today. I'm not having it. We're not going through this no more. And we want to make sure that we're defending, not only defending, but then accelerating and solidifying the health and welfare of everything that is around us and everything that is dear to us and near to us. And we are motivated then to achieve this. Some would say by any means necessary. I'm going to also put out to you that say this. If this is how you're feeling today, and people seem to have been coming for your neck, and you're just like, will you please leave me be, because I'm not in the mood. I can't do this no more, man. Like, I can't do this. But you want to move things forward, right? Then I'm gonna encourage you to take a moment and take that passionate energy of what is so near and dear to your heart and do an honest review and hear from your highest self in love and listen to how you can move this ball forward. To move yourself closer to the finish line, to the goal line, to actually working, living, being in a quantum reality that is full of purpose and power. The reason why we have our Mercury up here retrograde in Aquarius and Venus retrograde right here in Capricorn is because we have a double retrograde. Actually, we have a triple retrograde. Uranus in retrograde up in Taurus. That's squaring the Mercury retrograde here and trining the Venus retrograde here. So we've got this push-pull of, man, I thought you was with me. I thought you were going to do this. I thought this was right. But maybe you're not with me. Maybe the way that you thought the people you thought you were supposed to interact with and be with and work with, maybe they ain't the people you're supposed to be doing it with. Maybe people are showing themselves to be toxic in your life. And maybe Spirit has been trying to show you this, and yet now, all of a sudden, with everything converging, now all of a sudden you see it. Maybe you're seeing that some of the information you've been getting maybe not be true. I know we're seeing this on a whole new level. We're seeing this everywhere. All of a sudden, oh yeah, this was child. Ain't a bit more true than the man on the moon. Stop. Y'all didn't know what y'all. Okay, stop. I can't say that, Lisa. My point to the matter is this: is we're finding out things that perhaps we accepted to be true before are now being shown not to be true. And if it's not us, everybody else is. Trust and believe that, because that Mercury in Aquarius is on the global scale. This moon conjunct that fixed star is also, and by it being a full moon, I would say also you're seeing in a lot of areas, you've been seeing it over the last few days, you've been seeing in a lot of different countries where people are standing up and saying, we're not going to take it. This ain't what is happening. We're not going. even about a day or so ago, and I think the filings just got made public completely today. We're seeing that some people, the woman that was recently convicted of certain unspeakable crimes against children, please do not put it in the chat. That woman has now said, I ain't protecting none of y'all John Does in this upcoming Prince Andrew situation. Right? So, because she's named in that same suit. So she's like, or she's named in a defamation suit. I think it's the same one, or it's attached to it somehow. So she's basically like, listen, I ain't protecting none of y'all. And so now all of a sudden that information's coming out. Well, it's got to be decided upon whether or not, right, that's going before a judge. But she was the last bastion of, I'm going to protect it, which I find interesting because we got a Venus, divine feminine retrograde energy. Yeah. Mercury can usually, it's benefic. It's not necessarily malefic. It can go either way. It's rather neutral. So we got that in retrograde as well. We've got she and her feels, right? We got the moon, feminine energy in Cancer, aligning with this star saying, you know what? I don't care what it costs me, but it's going to cost you more. I'm out. And then we also have Mars down here. What's not on this chart is Lilith. Mars is conjunct Lilith, dark side of the moon, right? The Lilith, that energy, that feminine energy of, I ain't trying to hear not a darn word you got to say. I'm out. Eve, you want to hang out here and, submit and all that, feel free. But I'm going by the first, I had a contract. My first contract did not read, I got to do what this mofo say I got to do. And I don't answer to him. Now that's a very big change from, I don't know if that's really how it went down. But I'm just saying, if that was me and I was Lilith, that's what I would have said. Like, that wasn't in my original contract, so I'm outie 5,000. Like, you could do what you want to do over here, home slice, but I'm out. And plus, I'm not playing the sister wife role, so deuces. Anyway, that's what I get from that. So you have Mars now conjunct that energy in Sagittarius. That's basically people like myself or other people coming out and basically shouting from the rooftops, wake up. Wake up. Get up, get up. Not the Marvin Gaye, wake up, wake up, wake up. Get up, get up, get up. Okay, I was almost going to go into my sexual healing there. But not that kind of wake up, get up, get up. But you don't understand what I'm saying. More like a what's going on kind of situation. Marvin Gaye, what's going on? What's going on? So it's that energy that's also, if you're feeling like you've been on tilt last few days, these other people been on tilt, everybody been on tilt, this is a problem, y'all. This is what's going. This is where we're at. We have a lot of very aggressive for a Cancerian full moon. There's a lot of aggressive, passionate, masculine energy here that's wanting to be infused with that's being infused with some feminine energy, and that's making for a very interesting brew. That's making for a very interesting concoction here. Very. And that interesting concoction is now bubbling over in, this is how I've been feeling for a hot second, but I just ain't found the words yet to express it. Now, I don't usually quote a certain person's songs anymore, but I will say, you all know the song, When a Woman's Fed Up. There ain't nothing you gonna do when she fed up. Now, my women out here, y'all can attest to this. When we are fed up and we are done with your crap, there's really nothing else you're going to be able to say to us. And how you know we're done? All of a sudden, oh yeah, it doesn't matter. Oh, okay. whatever. Yeah, that's totally cool. We don't show no emotion. We ain't got no input. Yeah, babe. Yeah. No, you know what? Y- okay if I go head out with the girls tonight, and I ain't been with them in a minute. The COVIDs, the Ronas, and everything. So, we're just gonna go over here and go chill. Yeah. Oh, okay, go and hang out with the fellas. Don't mind. Oh, you want the fellas to come over here for? I'm just gonna. Yeah, y'all can watch football game together. I'm gonna go. We don't care. And we be done made plans before we actually tell you it's over. We've already created our exit strategy, got everything set up, know how we gonna separate everything out. We got it all together well before you even are clued in as to this is going on. This is the energy I feel like some of us have had this like rolling around in us for so long. Be you male or female, it doesn't matter. You've had this rolling around in you for so long. And that now you've had enough. You've had enough. And when we were talking about that fixed star, what is this fixed star again? Hang on. Let me put it in here. Let me tell you. Acellus Australis. We're talking about that fixed star. That Acellus Australis energy is like, I'm going to let that die off. I'm going to let it die off. And I don't care if it dies off quickly. Matter of fact, I prefer for it to happen quickly so that something new can come in its place. So that there can be a rebirth. Okay? We'll let that thing die off. Who was I listening to? I think it's a rap song, Ego Death. It's a hip hop song. Y'all might know. Yeah, I've been like listening to a lot of ish. Ego Death. Lyrics. Ty Dolla $ign. And there's a line. There's some lines in here I want to read because this is like kind of I don't know if it's the hook or it's gonna murdered my ego when you walked away. It hurt my ego when you walked away. Gave you my all. That wouldn't make you stay. Murdered my ego if you walked away. We are done. We'll murder our own ego. Now, YouTube people listening, you reviewers, that's some lyrics from a song, so don't be hitting my channel. You'll murder your own ego because it's getting in the way of you getting on to the next thing you got to get on to. You is not too old to know who Ty Dolla $ign is. Stop playing in my face. You are not too old. If I'm not too old, you ain't too old. Y'all better cut it out. Stop playing with me, y'all. I know. Y'all gonna stop playing with me. Listen, I keeps up. Anyway, my point to me is this. Is that if this is how you've been feeling, this is the energy that's brewing. Now, you've been uninspired-ish. That can also be because perhaps you're overwhelmed. Because for some of us, this can be so much energy going on, all this concoction, that you're kind of choosing to hang out over here, Malika, in this realm, where we've got Pisces, Neptune. I always do that, trining the moon, Pisces to Cancer. This feels a little bit better. I'm going to retreat. Rather than hanging out in this ugly, like Chiron's trining Mars, so our personal insults trining right? Other than, rather than hanging out there, that's another thing we didn't even talk about. Chiron trining Mars, child, unhealed wounds, just everybody did it to me. Come on now. I mean, so rather than hang out there, maybe you're hanging out in the other space. Or you could be resting and relaxing in a sense to be like, I got to gear up for the next battle. Either way, what I want us to do is I want us to be aware of this energy, be careful what you're listening to, be careful what you're allowing in your space for the next 2 weeks. This ain't just for today, for the next 2 weeks. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful of your ego. If you're feeling like your ego is starting to rail up, check why. Why is that hitting so hard? Why am I, in this space? Why? This is the time to review your plans. This is the time to review your movement towards those plans. This is the time for you to investigate and review. Am I really working towards these things? And do I really have my intention set properly towards these things, that what I truly love and what I truly believe and what I'm truly inspired by? Or am I just faking the funk? And I might need to reset those intentions. Okay? This is a time to investigate. This is a time to listen again. This is a time to get in tune with your higher self, so that you are capable, fully capable of tapping in and of, how can I put this, darling? Of hearing and integrating what source, the angels, the ancestors have been telling you, your guides. Integrate it, believe it, integrate it into your third dimensional being. Allow the evolutionary revolution to happen within your very being. Don't believe everything that's been being said. Question it. I want you to even sit and question what I'm telling you right now. I want it to be so innately and integrally you that no one can move you off of it. Your beliefs, your desires, your plans, your future. Because once again, there's a lot that's being put into play. All these aspects, a lot of these things we haven't seen in decades. We haven't seen the sun conjunct Pluto. Well, I guess we saw it last year, but in a couple consecutive years now, this transit hasn't happened for a very long time in this space, in the third decan of Capricorn. It hasn't happened. Right? I mean, we've seen the conjunction, but not necessarily the full moon conjunction. Right? And along with a Uranus and Taurus transit, where it's squaring it, like a lot of these things we haven't seen happen, in some cases for hundreds of years. So none of us in this present incarnation will know what we're dealing with. But what we can say is this: we are in the throes of this ascension, awakening, change over, separation between 5D and 3D life that is simultaneously happening on the same planet. Like, there's a lot of things happening, and there's a lot of attempts to exercise control over and to bring people, to make them so entrenched in the illusions and in the matrix that they will not want to ever wake up. So if you haven't yet, you need to watch Matrix 4. I don't care what anybody says. You need to, hey Samantha, you need to get comfortable with this, because this is what's going to be continuing happening. But really tap into your higher self and higher knowledge. We do have power to change our thoughts. Thank you, Phenomenal Phoenix. Absolutely we do. Y'all want me to grab some Isley Brothers? Lucky Charms here? Oh, Lucky Charm. Yes. Yeah, sit with your sacral, man. Meditation with trust. That's amazing. Oops. Okay. Oh my goodness. I cannot. It's not working. You've been a little creative. You know what? I don't know that you need to do that. I would just sit and listen. Sometimes, guys, it's time for us to just sit and listen. We don't always have to be busy. But sometimes we just got to sit and listen. All right, guys, that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Listen, I just today got the, where is it? Got the information to I'm going to be speaking at an upcoming summit. I'm going to put the link in here. This is completely free, guys. Okay, it's completely, utterly free. This is the Entrepreneurs Rocket Fuel Web Summit. It's the 10th one that's being put on. It's completely free. It's the 24th and the 25th. So next week, Monday and Tuesday, I am speaking at this summit. It's live. And I'll be speaking on Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific. So that translates to 1 p.m. Eastern. If you go to this link, Preneur Rocket, Rocket Fuel Web Summit. So go to this registration link. You can go to it now or afterwards. And go there and sign up. It's completely free unless you want to get the replays. And I think there's a nominal fee for it. There's like about 20 plus, I think, speakers. And so for those of you that are entering into the entrepreneurial space, maybe you're part-time with it. Maybe you're just starting and you're full-time with it. Maybe you want to start a business and you haven't quite got there yet. This is good. There's going to be a lot of amazing speakers here that are going to talk about a lot of different topics like productivity, technology. My talk is going to be on taking the quantum leap, going from part-time healer to full-time transformer. And this will also be the first time that I debut my ebook, Living in the Quantum. Okay. I'll be giving that away. And the subtitle for that is Vibrate at the Frequency of Your Future. So I'll be dropping that. It's going to be totally free. And come to that summit, you'll be able to get it first. So just go and sign up for that. It's free. Why wouldn't you? So click that link, get the information. Everything's going to be live. So there'll be multiple speakers speaking, and you do get them to sign up for who you want to hear do their talk. So it's a phenomenal way. We already have over 600 entrepreneurs registered for it. So go there. You're going to be amongst like a lot of great people. And then you'll get to hear me give my talk again. Don't believe the hype? For what, dear? Don't believe the hype for what, Cynthia? So anyway, this is amazing. I'm really pleased to be a part of it. And guys, and don't forget, in the description box, either below or above, it's still open. Enrollment is still open for the Finding You in the Universe course, the program that starts next week. There's a link down there. Go click it. it is filling up. So I want you to be sure to get your space, okay? Because space is very limited. Guys, it's 8 weeks. You get a great overview and introductory into so many different topics and modalities, including like doing your own shadow work and into astrology and the tarot and chakras and the and energy flow and the akashic, all sorts of different things that you're going to find out about. That's a great precursor for you before you come in into our limitless lightworker certification or before starting a business. It's really about finding you and your place in the universe. So go ahead and sign up for that. The links are in the description box below. It's just $5.55 for 8 weeks, and you get one of my infamous boxes or famous boxes, right, of stuff. Like crystals and sage and this and that. Like, it's amazing what we're going to be sending out to you during the first week or two. So go do that. It's 8 weeks. You can, and there's going to be some one-on-one and group conversation as well. You're going to spend thousands of dollars if you go and try to do all of these courses individually. So go there and register for that as well. All right, gang. I want to make sure. Thanks, Anna. You're welcome, Cynthia. Cynthia, go register for the Finding You in the Universe. It's honestly, you could do it in like 3 payments. Like, it is such a great deal to be able to do that and get some of the teaching and training in a way and in a space that is really safe. It's a great safe environment, and I wanted to be able to like open up something introductory for everybody. Here we go. I'll put this link in the chat as well. You guys got any questions before I get on out of here? I liked the Eternals as well. I enjoyed the Eternals a lot. So it's extremely limited space for Finding You in the Universe. Extremely small space. So go there. You could do like 3 payments of like $185 or 1 payment of $555. If you want to start exercising and creating change in your life, this is a great way to start. 2 weeks of what? It's 8 weeks long. The Finding You in the Universe is 8 weeks long. The other is 2 days. The Entrepreneurs Rocket Fuel Summit is 2 days. Oh, 2 weeks for this cycle. Yes, 2 weeks. Keep your aura closed. I won't say closed. Just be aware of the energies, right? Just be aware. Be protective. Be sure we're not allowing a lot of toxicity in our lives. Okay. So 2 weeks, this entire lunation cycle, 2 weeks. All right. So, all right, gang. I know, but they have to rhythm. They had to set that up for the next movie. I'm just glad they're going to make another movie. I've got screaming going on. Okay, let me get on out of here, guys. Any other questions before I get on out here? Before I let y'all go? Yeah, it's a lot of, but you know what? We can make it. We can make it. Oops. We can make it. Hide. All right, gang. Let me go on and try to get some food in my belly, and maybe I'll feel better. And then we're gonna try to meditate tonight. I just gotta find a good time to get on here with y'all, okay? But definitely check out the links in the chat, and we'll put that other link to the Rocket Fuel, Entrepreneurs Rocket Fuel Web Summit in the description as soon as I get done. All right, gang? All right. Thanks, guys, so much. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you guys a ton. Namaste. Bye-bye.